Hi everybody, welcome to Anna with Plants. My name is Anastasia and thank you for joining me for today's video. I am redoing the intro because I realized I did a very poor job at explaining the timeline of events for this week of vlog. We're gonna take it back a little bit and give you some dates on when this all happened so you can kind of comprehend it a little bit better. So the practice, test run, soft launch, unofficial launch, whatever you want to call it, happened on September the 4th. That was a Thursday. The next time that you'll see me, it was Saturday the 7th, which I will talk to you about all of my custom packaging that I was working on the month prior. I filmed a short clip of me packing an order on Sunday the 7th. And then I came back on camera on Monday the 8th, which was the day all the packages went out to everybody. And I talked about how the launch went, pros and cons, what is gonna change in the future for this launch coming up. And then I quickly tuned in again on the 10th, which is the Wednesday, which is the day the majority of people receive their packages. So that is all of the clips, excluding the clip today, which I'm filming on September the 14th. You'll see me again at the end of the video where I will be talking about all of the plants that are going to be available if you are watching this video the day that it's coming out. So the official launch of my plant shop is happening today, September 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna test out a launch on a Wednesday because I don't really like the Shopify payment system. So I'm hoping adding in an extra business day will make that process a little quicker. So that is the timeline of events. Anyway, let's just dive into Saturday, September 6th. Today is just a little bit of a recap, a little bit of a show and tell on what I have been making behind the scenes, which I've just been so excited to show you guys. The email subscriber list did get a sneak peek. Now I'm gonna share it with everyone. In case you don't know where I am, because I've never really filmed in this location before, I'm actually on the ground in my sitting area, I guess you can call it. We also got a new rug, so shout out to the new rug. I kind of love it. I just thought that we can have a chat on the floor. It's also been a little bit of a crazy day because Simba did come home today. I will speak maybe more on that later in the video. I was able to get a quiet moment to myself, and now I can show you what I've been working on all of August. So I don't even know where to start. It's all very exciting. I'll start with like the most boring thing and then I'll move on to more exciting things. Each and every package will have a cute little envelope and a little piece of paper with a note from me plus their packing slip. Also, all of the plants will have a plant label or a plant tag. Until I run out of these, I will be using these really thick, clear acrylic plant tags. Why I won't be using them moving forward is just because they're expensive. When it comes down to like price per tag, it's about $1 per plant, which is a little bit too much. So I did find some cheaper ones on Amazon. Hopefully down the road, I will be able to buy a custom plant label maker, but those are really expensive. So that's like maybe a next year sort of thing. Right now, all of the plants that I will be packaging have these really thick, let me take one out just so I can show you. They're gonna have these super thick acrylic plant tags. They're really good quality. I will also make a clear plant label for each of them just because I know how annoying it is as a plant buyer to not have a plant label and you might not even know what that plant is. And you know, it's nice to keep tabs on all of your plants. That will be included. Now, I talked about the envelopes. This is the most bougie thing about the whole packaging that I really wanted to do, more so for myself. I just think it's really cool. I wanted to make a custom wax seal. And before you start like rolling your eyes, and that's so extra, but okay, I have a fascination with very old-timey stationery. Those pens and those wax seals are just so unique and just, we don't do it like that no more. So I wanted to incorporate a nice wax seal onto each and every envelope that the person will open. Let me show you what the stamp is that I made, and all of the Etsy sites that I used for my custom packaging will be linked below, including all of the artists I used for the illustrations on my decal stickers will also be down below. So this is my super beautiful custom wax seal stamp. Look at how beautiful this thing is, and it is heavy, okay? This thing is substantial, but this is what it looks like. It has AWP on it for Anna with plants, and it has like a cute little script, like a half circle script on the top and the bottom that I designed on Canva. Since you can't imagine it quite yet, let me show you what a wax seal will look like. This is of a flower kind of design. Not all of them are going to be like this, but this is what it will look like. So the wax is a little bit iridescent and you get the AWP. And that will be on the back of every single envelope. A little extra, I know, but I'm gonna have a super good time making all these wax seals, and I gotta have some fun too. Now let's talk about the custom stamps. I debated on doing custom stickers for the packaging, and I do have custom stickers, but those are more so for the buyer to use however they want to. But I know some sellers do have custom stickers just for the packaging. And I thought about that. Custom stickers can be quite expensive, so I actually wanted to do a very basic sticker roll that you can get like a 300 count for under $10, and then I will just stamp a custom ink stamp on top of the sticker. This is what I came up with. I'll show you this tomorrow because it's kind of hard to see, but this is one of my custom stamps. This is the wood stamp, and this is the store that I got it from. It's called Stamped with Love, and this is one of them. It has a custom illustration of my red vein dark phoenix. I paid a designer to make this image off of a photo of my dark phoenix. I will go ahead and insert the photo that I used for inspiration. So she was able to create like a black and white image off of that I have been using for a lot of my packaging. And then the bottom is Anna with plants with a script, and then it says thank you down on the bottom. Now, I didn't know how small this would be, so I will stamp it on like a 2-inch sticker to tape up some of my packaging, but I do want a bigger one that I can stamp on the envelope. That will come later. I don't know if it'll exactly come this launch or maybe the next one, we'll see. And then these are self-inking stamps, so they're less cute but more practical. So I have one that is a circle stamp, and it says Anna with plants, packed with love. Again, I created this on Canva with the red vein dark phoenix and a cute little heart on both sides of it. So I can stamp that on probably like the cardboard packaging on the outside of each and every plant. And then this is a larger self-inking stamp that I created that just says handle with care, and I will stamp this on the outside of the box, which is a cute little touch. So those are the stamps that I made, again, just to cut down some costs on using actual custom stickers on the packaging of the plants itself. Now, I did make some custom stickers. I used Fiverr, and I used 2 specific artists on Fiverr. One, her name is Anastasia. Ironically, she lives in the Ukraine, and she created the most adorable sticker of Luca and Simba based off of this photo. I'll go ahead and insert it. And this is what it looks like. Is it not so freaking adorable? I have so many friends and family that want a sticker of them two, and it's even more funny because Luca looks so thick. He looks so chunky monkey in this photo. He's not. We took him to the vet and his weight was fine, but I just think of how he was positioned in the photo. He looks absolutely massive. But anyway, poor Luca. This is not his greatest angle, but I just think it's so cute. And also Simba grew up so much since this photo was taken, but this is such an adorable photo. Also, Peep, my Monstera Esqueleto in the background. I told the artist to please include that in the final image because, of course, it's Anna with plants and dogs, so you gotta include the Monstera in there. And so this is a 3x3 inch sticker. The ones that are currently in production are a 2x2 inch just because they're a little bit big, I think, for the average person to use. So I want to include a 2x2 inch of this exact sticker in every single order placed on my official launch of the shop, just because I want each and every one of you who support me to also have a little piece of my family, of my home, my plants, you know. I just want you guys to also have a sticker like this. I can't guarantee free stickers all the time since they are quite expensive per piece, but I know at least for the launch I can get away with it because I want to say a thank you to you guys too. So each and every order will have a 2x2 inch of these cute boys. Now let's get into the custom plant stickers. So these were made by a different artist on Fiverr. Her name is Fatima and she's from Bangladesh, I believe. Also had a wonderful experience with her, and all of these final stickers were based off of images that I took of my own plants. Let's start off with the first one. This is a glitter sticker, and this is a Hoya carnosa bloom. And I kind of love that it's darker and I have the spotlight out because you can see the reflection on the border. I will insert what the image that inspired this is, and she did a really good job with all of them. So we have a cute little Hoya carnosa bloom in like a perfect ball. And this carnosa bloom came off of my Carnosa Wilbur Graves that bloomed this year. The next one I have is of a Codata bloom. So we can see hopefully all the hairy little flowers. I did also order more of these just because I love this one so much. I did take away the text off of the bottom just because I think the text takes away a little bit from the beauty of the actual image. And so the new ones that I have just have the flower on it because I also think she did such a great job with this. And then I will also insert the image that inspired this as well. All of these are like a 10 pack. They're like a tester sample. The next one is of my Hoya AH003, and this is your typical AH bloom. I love that my AH003 bloomed. I think it bloomed not this year, but the year before. Go ahead and insert that image. Let's change it up with an anthurium sticker. This is a holographic sticker, and when the light hits it, you can see all of the veins because this is my red vein dark phoenix, and I've already showed you guys the image that inspired this. So I asked her to do a black and white that I can use for stamps, and then she also did a color one of it as well. And yeah, I think this one turned out super cool. And then the last one, I got the size a little bit wrong, and I think I want to change the tone a bit, which I can do on Canva since I have the proof of the sticker, but this is my Hoya linearis. I did ask her to add blooms in hopes of manifesting blooms on my own linearis at some point, but this is what it looks like. However, it came out really, really small. You can't really appreciate the art of it too much, so when I reorder this, I want to reorder it bigger, like about an inch bigger. I want to change the green to be a little bit more green, and then I also want the background to be clear. I think that'll look really nice and classy. These are all of my stickers of my plants that I commissioned in August. And the last piece that I want to show you is arguably the most exciting one. I wanted to do custom packing tape, so on the outside of the box you'll know that it's from me just by looking at the packaging of the box. This is a water activated packing tape, which means you can recycle it. Normal packing tape, because of the adhesive, you can't, and this one you can, so you don't have to take the tape off of the box to recycle it. You can just throw everything in your recycling together. And that was also one thing that I kept in mind when picking my materials. I wanted to make sure all of the paper, all of the envelopes were recyclable, so I'm not adding to all of the waste. I mean, I will be using polyfill, so I don't think polyfill is recyclable. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least with this, I know it is. So this is my packing tape, which is of Luca and Simba. Again, that super cute photo that she illustrated, and then I created the plaid background to it. And then I also put in, and this is kind of hard to see, I might have to redo it in the future, but if you zoom in real close, you can see that every darker check has an AWP on it, and it goes through the whole pattern. So this will be on the outside of each and every box. And that is everything I've been working on in August, and you will see it come together tomorrow when I package up an order. I do want to, before I sign off for today, talk about the fact that I'm shocked that it wasn't a large launch to begin with. There were only 18 plants, but they all sold, and honestly, I was a bit shocked, to be completely honest. I remember talking to Cody on the phone like a couple hours before the launch, and I was like, what if nobody buys anything? And he's like, oh, that's okay. Like, I'll buy something. So when I first started uploading on YouTube, and I'm talking about this because it's actually YouTube let me know it's my technical 2-year anniversary. It's in the beginning of September 2 years ago. I did upload my first YouTube video, and Cody still watched every single video when basically nobody was watching me in the beginning, even though he had no knowledge on plants, no interest on plants. He would just watch the videos just, you know, to give me that boost, and he still does watch my videos that I put out. We need more men like Cody. Huge shout out to Cody. Being a supportive partner is where it's at. That is a major green flag. The fact that we're here with me selling plants online, and the fact that people support me so much to not only spend time with me, but also now spend like money. I just think like sometimes words are not enough, you know, saying thank you. You can only say that so many times until it loses meaning. And I never think that I can adequately express how grateful I am for everything that has happened here on this channel these last 2 years. I had no idea that so many people resonate with anything I had to say. And the fact that I have people who believe in me, sometimes more than I believe in myself, is such an awesome and surreal feeling to have. And I love interacting with you guys, but I also see all of the people that don't comment, because that's how I am watching YouTube. I love to watch creators, but I never comment on. So if you happen to fall into that category of always tuning in, but you haven't left a comment, then just know that I still see you and that I appreciate you so much. Today has been a very emotional day. I'm about to get a little bit philosophical here, so pardon me, but I think life is very interesting in the fact that you never know how long things last or how long things will keep on going. I'm just so grateful to be in this moment and to be able to upload weekly and to connect with people who love plants as much as I do. And I don't know what the future will hold, but I am so glad that I took a chance and that you guys also took a chance clicking on my videos. It's just incredible how all of our paths have crossed into this weird microcosm of plant YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here so I can avoid embarrassing myself any further. I will see you on Sunday to pack up my first orders for my plant shop. Hi everyone, it's actually Monday. I didn't really do a talking video like I had planned on Sunday because holy moly, do I have a newfound appreciation for people that ship plants. I mean, I knew it was gonna be a challenge, but I was severely humbled yesterday. I think I packed 13 orders. How many plants? Because I'm holding 2 orders currently, and then I think I packed like 16 plants. It took me 6 hours, which was shocking to me. Now, granted, one of the hours was just me getting everything set up and everything like that, which I could have done earlier, to be honest, but holy moly, I was not expecting to spend the bulk of my Sunday packing orders. Anyway, I thought we would pack the last package together and talk about what worked and what didn't work for my launch and what I will be doing differently going forward. Before we put the final touches on the order in front of me, we're just gonna recap how I packed the plants, which I filmed yesterday. All of the props go to Cactus and Exotics. Out of all of the Hoya that I've received, I think their packaging is just top notch. So I got the idea to do this. It's like a packing foam, but it's like a thin packing foam, which is cut exactly to the shape of the top of the container. You cut that out, you cut like a line in it depending on where the stem is located, and then you just put that over the substrate, and you don't have to worry about any polyfill getting stuck in your substrate. It's genius, honestly, and it keeps all of your substrate in. Nothing is getting out of there. And then you just tape it over on all sides, and that is like the most secure plant ever. And I cut some corrugated cardboard to size. You tape that on there, and this is my favorite part of packing. I don't know why I love this part so much, but then you basically tuck the plant in to bed almost. You put like polyfill all around it, make sure all of the leaves are surrounded in polyfill, make sure you get polyfill in between each leaf, support the baby leaves with clouds of fluff as best as you can. So that's my favorite part. Then you just roll it up. I put one of my stickers on there that is stamped, and then I just secure everything with masking tape on top, and then on the bottom everything goes into the box. Make sure to take up all of the negative space where the plant could shift with some craft paper, and then I put some cute tissue wrap over top, so it's kind of like you're unboxing a gift. And then the last piece that I put in is an envelope which contains a packing slip. I wrote a handwritten note, some free stickers in there. Oh, and also I included a plant label with like a clear plant tape on it, and I put everything into the box. Now we're gonna do the part that I didn't get to on Sunday because I realized that I didn't make any of my wax seals. So I was making wax seals last night. So this is one of the wax seals. This is a lighter one. I try to make them two-toned, but this is not one of the two-toned ones. And then I also have some stickers which are double-sided, and you basically stick this on the back of it. I did think about pouring the wax directly onto it, but I think that would make the envelope and all of the papers in there kind of oily, so I didn't go with that. And then you just peel it off, and there is adhesive on this side. This is what the envelope looks like. So sorry if you got a wonky stamp like one of these. Next that I want to do is I want to order a larger stamp for this because it's really hard to center it when all you have is this to look at. Like, I have no idea which way this is going, so I think a larger square stamp, you can also see it better, but also it won't be wonky like this. But hey, you know, quirks. And then we have the back of it, and I just make sure it's facing the right way. And you have yourself an adorable wax seal, all cute. For this order, we have the tissue paper on top, and so I just place this on top of the tissue paper like so. Then this is a mailer box. I actually have come to really love mailer boxes. You use a lot less tape on them than your traditional boxes, and it just feels like a lot more secure. Like the box isn't gonna pop open if the tape fails. But anyway, you just tuck the sides in like this. Make sure everything is nice and snug. I have my handle with care stamped on either side. Now is the time for me to put on cute little custom Luca and Simba. Where's my scissors? Hold on, let me grab my scissors. And this is water activated paper. So this is a sponge, and I basically use another sponge to make sure the adhesive gets activated really well. And after that, I just make sure to cut it. So this is all nice and tacky, and I line it up with this. Make sure that all the sides were evenly wet. Okay, and that is all she wrote. Before I run off to UPS and drop off all of these packages, I'm gonna very quickly summarize what I think worked and didn't work for my practice launch before the official one, which is tomorrow. Essentially, I think overall it was pretty smooth. I didn't get any emails of people having trouble checking out, which is good. I had really good luck with the substrate and propping all of the Hoya. They rooted up really fast. They they grew a lot more than I thought that they would in that time. So I think moving forward, I'm gonna be doing basically unrooted cuttings and cuttings rooted in my substrate for any props that I wanna do, because I know that works and I don't have to worry about it. Like for example, I'm still rooting out the props in the water vials, and some are doing okay and then others still aren't rooting. I don't know what's going on with that, because usually water propping has been pretty reliable for me. The unrooted cuttings will basically cover anybody that likes to do passive hydro and any non-organic substrates. Obviously those plants will be cheaper because they're unrooted. I do have confidence that I will get faster in shipping plans, so I'm not gonna do as many plants for the launch as I was hoping, because I'm still not super quick at it. I think they'll definitely be over 20, maybe we'll do 25, but I don't think I'm at the speed and skill level to be packaging 30 plants yet. Maybe we'll get there one day. Let's talk about some feedback. There was some conversation over shipping costs, and I guess I forgot that not everyone shops through the groups on Facebook, where the UPS 3-day shipping cost is pretty standard across all of the people that sell plants on there. That is a pretty good flat rate, I think, for 3-day shipping. But it did dawn on me that, okay, people probably want to spend less than $10 on shipping. And so I still think that 3-day is the way to go. But for people that want to save on shipping, I will be offering UPS ground shipping, which I can give a flat rate of $8 on, which is going to be a lot more palatable than the 3-day shipping cost. I will be offering that. It is like 5 business days. So if the plant gets shipped out on Monday, then praying it arrives by Saturday at the latest. If it doesn't arrive by there, then the plant will be in the mail for a week. And for Hoya, I will only be offering ground shipping for Hoya because I don't want anthurium or alocasia to spend a week in the mail. I think they're going to arrive potentially in rough shape, but I think Hoya can handle that. So I will be doing $8 shipping for Hoya. Just make a note that it might spend a week in the mail. And if you're worried about that, then I would just highly recommend the 3-day shipping. The last thing that I want to touch on real quick before I gotta go is, and this is a sad one because I really wanted to make it work, but it's just, I'm getting stretched thin. I can already tell, so I gotta pull back on something, and that's gonna be the unlisted video, which I'm sad about because I did enjoy filming it, but I realized that there's no way I'm gonna be able to upload and edit 2 videos basically in a week, and I don't want to prioritize that video over my normally scheduled video that goes out on this channel every week. That doesn't mean I won't ever do that. I think what I'm gonna be doing moving forward is I'm just gonna tack it onto a video that you'll see on here, so I can get over that mental blockade of having to edit and upload 2 separate videos. I think that really got me. I was able to pull it off that week because it was a 3-day weekend. I think I'm gonna lose my mind if I have to do it in just 2 days. The next time you'll see me in this video, I will be talking about all of the plants that will be offered tomorrow on the website. My plan going forward is I'll just tack that onto the end of an appropriate video. I'm not just gonna, tack it onto an unrelated topic. Then I think that will be more of a seamless transition, and it will always be at the end of the video. So anyone that's not interested can just click off. That will just preserve my sanity. Depending on how much time I have, it'll just be an email and no video, or hopefully monthly I'll be able to at least do 1 video, and then I'll just tack it on to the end of one of my uploads that month. The next time you'll see me, I'm gonna be talking about all the plants that I will be offering. Yeah, see you then. It is Wednesday the 10th. Even though it was 3-day shipping, basically every single order minus one, that one is going to be delivered tomorrow, was delivered. So pretty much everyone got their package today. And I was honestly not expecting anyone to reach out to me to tell me how it was. My hope when everyone was getting their packages was, I hope nobody reaches out with like a huge concern or complaint or a package not arriving well. That was what I was fearing. I wasn't even thinking about people reaching out and telling me wonderful news, and so far 3 of you guys have, and like honestly I cannot even explain like how just happy that made me feel today, especially because I had such a rough day today. And you guys taking the time out of your day to just email me and tell me how well the plants were packaged and how much you loved my cute details that I put in my packaging, just it literally makes everything worthwhile. And y'all made my day. Whoever reached out and told me how much you loved the plants and the package, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys really turned a bad day better. I actually planned on filming today, but I was just feeling so rotten that I'm going to push it off to Saturday. So this will be like a week of vlog, I guess now, but I just had to pop on here and tell you guys how touched I was that you guys let me know. Sorry, this is turning into one sappy vlog. Yeah, next time you'll see me, I will be talking about the plants that I will be offering for sure this time. You want to say anything about being back, Simba? Luca, do you have something to say? No. How about you, Simba? No. Nice to be back, buddy. Nice that you're back. We love you. Yeah. Look at those eyes. Hello, everybody. We are filming on Sunday the 14th and not Saturday. I've been feeling under the weather this week. I don't know what's been going on. I still don't feel 100% today, but we're gonna push through because I need to get this recorded and edited in time. So let's talk about the 27 plants that I will be selling tonight. 4 of them are gonna be larger plants that I am purging from my collection. Those I will talk about at the end of the video. Let's start off with all of the propagations that I'm going to be selling. There are 26 hoya and 1 anthurium. In no particular order, we're going to start off with a Van Vigensis prop. So the original prop had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves on it. These leaves are brand new, and it's got a really cute set of baby leaves happening with a long active tendril, very well rooted, as you can see, and really love this hoya. It's nicely dark green and it has those raised ridges, as you can see. I will also be popping up the picture of the mother plant anytime that is relevant. So this is the first one. Next, we have a cute little Wilbur Graves Thailand prop. So we have the original 2 propagation leaves, which are nice and splashy, and then these are the next 2 leaves. Just a note, these were taken off of a tendril, off of the center, so it's not gonna have that block splashing in the middle that my plant has. It's gonna have more of that lightly splashed, I guess. And then this is the rooting situation going on here, and it's got an active growth point that is going to push out some new leaves in the future. Any props of my Wilbur Graves I'm going to take in the future, I want to start taking them off of the main vine and see if maybe I can get more blocks of silver coming through it, but this is still a super cute prop. So I guess I've been saying Acha wrong, it's Ache. I'm not the best with accurately saying names, as we all know. So this is the Ache David Neal. I know that there's been some conversation on if this is the exact same plant as a Nap 01, and I do have both of them. I don't know, they were sold to me under different names, and if I do sell props off of those plants. I'm just gonna call it the name that I was sold to it as, since I don't really know anything beyond that. But this is a prop off of my actual plant of the davinci. Oh, and very excitingly, yesterday it bloomed for the first time. I'll go ahead and insert that picture. And it has kind of like the AH bloom that we've all seen before. But anyway, this is a one leaf prop, nice purple line, and we do have a new leaf coming out, and it is very ribbed and has those, you know, like abs that I love this plant for. Let's talk about my baby. I kind of want to, so some of the props I definitely want to keep. If they don't sell, I will not be mad about it whatsoever. This is one of them. This is a prop off of my Naba Wenensis variegated plant. It's so cute and it's got quite a lot of leaves on it. So these leaves are brand new, and we do have a growth point here that is active. It's gonna probably push leaves within another couple weeks. I can totally see it happening. And you also have the really nice mauve backs to them. These leaves were quite pink when they came out. So this is like a pretty nice size of a prop for this plant, because usually you only get the 2 leaves, and it is rooted. I can see roots along it. Picture of the mother plant that is stunning and gorgeous. So this one is still holding its price quite a bit. So just FYI, but super cute plant. Another adorable plant is a prop off of my Polynera intervariegated. So this grew 4 leaves while it was propping. So these are the propagation leaves, and they weren't super variegated, but the leaves that came out were super variegated. So this is the first set, and then this is the second set. And yeah, they're just so stunning, and this is so well rooted. You see this giant root coming out of it, actively growing. You got 4 new leaves. This is like a super nice prop of this one. Oh my God, I almost dropped all the plants. Did you hear that? Whew. Okay, this is another one that when I first took the prop of, I wasn't that excited about it, but now that I grew it out and I kept it under highlight, I like secretly want to keep this one too. This is my Latifolia polystatia, and this is what the plant is known for. When you sun stress it, do you see those really dark margins here? They're so pretty, and you can also get this to turn like a reddy brown color. It is amazing, and you can see the lines going down the center of it on top of those black margins. It looks so good. But these were the 2 original prop leaves down at the bottom, and it grew 3 leaves with an active tendril and lots of aerial roots, lots of roots coming out the bottom of it. So this is actually a quite good size prop of this. I also took 2 props of my AH Black Magic. I just cut up my mother plant and decided to restart her. So I have 2 of these available. These are known to get really dark when you have them under high light. So I would suggest that. This is a 1-leaf prop. We got new leaves coming out of this one, active tendril, and lots of nice roots. This is a prop that has no tendril, but it does have a new leaf coming out. And do you see what I mean? When the leaves emerge, they're pretty much the darkest that I've seen a Hoya get. The name suggests, like black magic. They're very, very dark and beautiful. And this one has massive roots too. Do you see those big chunky roots? So really well rooted and with a new leaf. Let's rapid fire some lacunosa. I have 6 lacunosa that I'm selling. First one up is a prop off of my variegated one. And this one, out of all of the lacunosa, do grow a little bit slower, but I have 3 propagations in here, and they're all, so 2 are actively growing new leaves and 1 is pushing a new growth point. So these are all active, and then there's new leaves down at the bottom right here. And then this is the 3rd one that's pushing a growth point. Really nice beginner plant with 3 cuttings in this one. Next up, I'm selling 2 of my white pearl propagations. I love my lacunosa white pearl. It's actually this plant right here that's kind of trailing. It's beautiful, has that mottled silver look to it, and all of these are actively growing. So this has 3 cuttings in it. And then this one, I think, also has 3 cuttings. Yeah, this one also has 3 cuttings in it, and both of them are really well rooted, and these are going to be huge in no time. Next, we have my Lacunosa Luisa Silver. I've grown to really love this one too. It is a full silver one. None of the active growth has reverted, so it's all continuing to be silver, which we love to see. There are 3 cuttings. Yeah, 3 cuttings in here and very well rooted, roots growing out to the bottom. All of the prices are more or less the same for these. There's only one that's pretty cheap, and that one I'll show last. Just kidding, this is not a Lacunosa, this is a Hushkiliana, but it kind of continues on the vibe of small leaves. So this is a Hushkiliana intervariegated, and this one has 3 plants in it as well. This one actually bloomed while it was propping off of this peduncle, so I wouldn't be surprised if the conditions are right that this one will bloom. Do have some new leaves and active growth. Here are a cute set of leaves and really well rooted. This one is a little baby and it's going to be super duper cheap. This is my Hoya Lacunosa Royal Flush. I have a giant mother plant of this one and I really love it. It's a good grower, good bloomer, and I think I have 3 propagations in here. Do I have 3 or 4? It's hard to tell, but for sure 3, and then there's a peduncle right here. Next, we're gonna talk about the one plant that I hope won't sell because I wanna just put it back in my mother plant of this, and it looks so stunning. This is a prop off of my New Guinea Ghost, which has just gone crazy in the time that it's been growing. So now I hope you can see the purple sunstress on it. It's so beautiful. If not, I'll go ahead and post up the photo that I took for the website. So I think I have 2. It's hard to tell if there's 2 cuttings or if it's just like one big top cutting. I'm not quite sure, but there's 3 growth points on this and the roots, you guys, are insane. I really just want to pot this up and make a bigger mother plant, but I also do want to share the love. I really love this plant. Next, we have the AH003, another pretty rare, uncommon one. There's 2 growth points happening. It's going to be really hard to tell, but one is at the edge and then one is on the other side of the stem over here. This is the original prop leaf. In terms of roots, we do have some roots over here. Really pretty unique Hoya. Next we have the Gunung Gading. I don't know, I think I've also been saying this plant wrong. Is it like Gunung Gading or something like that? Don't know how to pronounce it, but we've all seen it. The shape of these prop leaves are interesting, but here you go, nice veination. We have an active tendril and we have plenty of roots on this guy. Picture of the mother plant. Give it up for the only Hoya to successfully root in those water vials. I think I really messed up the water vials because of the Physan 20 thing, because I was trying to avoid algae and then I ended up rotting the roots on all of the props. So I transferred all of the water vial props into just normal substrate props, unfortunately. But this one actually looks good. I can tell that the roots here are viable and it is very well rooted. So this is my silver dollar. We have 2 leaves. I also love this prop specifically. It does have like a peduncle, but I don't know if it'll do anything. Oh, and also here's the back of the leaf, which I think is also quite stunning. So this is a silver dollar prop. Here's a cutie prop of my Nova Ghost. This came off of my reverted Argentia Princess. Took a while to push a tendril, but we're here now. It's actually working on 4 leaves, as you can see, 2 here, and then another 2 by the growth point, and lots of roots on this guy. So here's a cute Nova Ghost. This one's super exciting. I didn't think these props would be ready in time, but this one was like a top cut of that plant and it rooted out like a champ. So this is the UPT009. It's also called the textured veins latifolia. This is what it looks like. The prop is huge, like compared to the size of the pot and the size of the leaf. It's actually quite comical, but look at how stunning this is. It's such a pretty plant. Also has a lot of growth points because this was the top growth. It has so many nodes. I would not cut this off. I would just wait for all of these nodes. They are starting to activate, and then you also have a growth point at the base right here as well. The only thing that I will note is when I was taking a picture, I did get like an air gap at the back of the leaf. This isn't gonna harm the leaf or anything, but in case you see that, it was just like an air gap that got some of the sap in it, but it's fine now. This one is also very well rooted, but I'm happy to share this plant because UPT doesn't really sell props of this one very often. Next, we have my Sabah. Love this plant so much. It reminds me of a Meredithii, but a lot easier to make happy and take care of. So we have tendril with some leaves on the way, and this is what the main prop leaf looks like. And we also have a lot of good roots on this one too. This is the only cutting I took off of my mother plant. The last two Hoya props I want to talk about are the very cute verticillata silver heart leaves. We have a lot of growth on these. They started off as 2-leaf propagations and now they grown 2 leaves. This one is growing 4 leaves, as you can tell, and it's got a really nice long tendril. This one's very well rooted, so is this other one. The only thing I have to note about this one is I did accidentally chop the top off of the tendril, but have no fear, it is starting to grow off the side, if you can see that. This is one of them. And then this is the other with the extra leaves on top. And then this one also got scratched, in case you can see that, the purple little scratch. Other than that, it looks perfect. Okay, so we are going to get into the Hoya I am purging. Let's talk about the one anthurium and get that one out of the way. This one, I just downsized the pot of it. If anyone buys this, I would suggest maybe repotting it once it adjusts, or if you want to repot it straight away, you know, you do you. This is the very beautiful cross of a no ID Stormy Self cross with the pink lemonade. I originally got this as a seedling, like a small 2-leaf seedling from Jordan Haynes, I believe. I will scour the pictures of her mother plants so you kind of get a feel of the parents of this cross. I have 2 seedlings of this, so this is why I'm giving this one away. But I still love this one too. It's got 5 leaves on it and it is growing out of cataphyll. I love the emergence of it. It's like a peachy pink color because of the pink lemonade. And I also love the veination of this too. It's really pretty. It's acclimated to ambient conditions. This has just been chilling on my shelf in the plant room. Again, growing out of cataphyll. I know it's going to be hard to see because of the shadows. A couple of the older leaves do have slight yellowing, but very minimal in terms of rootage. You got some active roots here growing. There's a new one right here that's easy to see. Another one right here, and then there's one right there. So seems like it took the transition pretty well. So all of my purge plants are basically the plants that I do want to get rid of. So I am pricing them on the lower side. This one, I'm only going to price it like a few dollars more than what I paid for it as a 2-leaf seedling. This is a really good anthurium if you want to get into anthurium, just because it's been really easy for me. I might have to pull this one if it's not more rooted. I literally just transitioned it into this pot, into this mix a few days ago, but hopefully by the time I'm posting everything, I will see more roots on it. I will add that to the description too, just so whoever knows. But this is one of my Clemenciorums. I'm keeping the main one I have, and then I'm gonna sell this one off just because I don't need 2, but I do quite like this one. This is definitely on the darker side of a Clemenciorum. I am gonna price it for the price that I paid for it in a water vial with 1 leaf. It's since grown 3 more leaves and it has a really long tendril. So all of this is a tendril and there are new leaves growing, but they're just really small right now. I have it in this clear tall pot. Too early to tell if new roots will grow off of the old roots or if it'll shed the old roots and grow new roots, to be determined, but the feel of the plant is still pretty good. I think the transition will go fine on this one. So this is the Clemenciorum. If you tuned into my last plant shure video, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something, I repotted my AH040 and it is ready to go now. I changed out the trellis of it. This trellis is still not super stable because the plant is so top heavy. Be careful on how it needs like a heavier outer cash pot, I think, to keep it upright. But this plant is pretty much all rooted up. I do see a lot of new roots growing along here, so it's ready to go. This has a ton of leaves on it. I did take some props off of it, but a lot of the original leaves are hanging on, and it does have new growth over here. It has an active tendril. It is a mother plant for sure. I do like this one. I just have so many veiny hoya, so I will be offering up this one this week. I went back and forth on if it's even practical to sell this, so we'll try to sell it. I don't know how it's gonna go. This is the Hoya Andrea. It is massive. I took it off of the Arca trellis that it was originally on, and I put it on a different trellis. This trellis ain't gonna do anything, and actually when I was trying to put it in the pot, this plastic pot is so full of roots. The trellis actually cut the plastic pot. Be advised, I'll try to find another pot to put over top of it, but this is in desperate need of a repot. It's busting out of the pot that it's currently in. Let me show you what the cross of an Andrea is. This is a Gardino nursery hybrid, and these are the mother plants of it. It just hasn't ever bloomed for me. So if you know how to bloom Hoya and you have space for this absolutely massive beast, the only thing I'm worried about is it's heavy. Like, this is probably 5 pounds, maybe more. So it's going to be a challenge to ship. I don't know if I'll leave the trellis on or not, if it gets in the way, if whoever buys this gets more than just this plant, because the way that the cost of shipping gets expensive is by weight. And this is a very heavy Hoya. So PSA, if anybody wants this, you might have to pay more for shipping than the flat rate, and I will of course include that in the description too. Super lovely plant. I just wish it could bloom for me, and at this point it's just taking up way too much space in my collection. You can appreciate what a massive plant this is. I will also probably not be selling any more Hoyas that are this big, because this is going to be a pain to ship. I already know I'm going to regret this decision. And I think that's everything. That wraps up all of the plants I'll be selling. Before I sign off, let me know what you want me to prop. I have so many Hoya in my collection. I'm not sure what you guys are interested in or not, and I will take more cuttings if I can, including any other non-Hoya plants as well. I also plan to sell off my garage Hoya, the vast majority of my garage Hoya. So if you want to see an upload of me transitioning and rehabbing them, then let me know and I can do that, or another chop and prop. I am all game for that, whatever you guys want to see, or I can do it behind the scenes. If you want to, please tune in to my official launch of the plant shop at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. Any of you guys that do end up buying anything, thank you so much. I can't wait for you to have a piece of my collection, and I hope that you love these plants as much as I love them. I'm gonna sign off because I feel like this is a long video already. Just know that I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.